Involving a deadly officer-involved shooting in Tempe.
This one unfolding in a neighborhood near 48th Street and Baseline. At this hour, we're getting new information about the deadly altercation.
This shooting is now the fourth officer-involved shooting in Maricopa County with just 15 days into 2019. If we stay at this pace, we will surely break last year's record of more than 80 officer-involved shootings in Maricopa County.
Team 12's Bianca Bono is live from Tempe for us with new information on this latest shooting. And Bianca, what can you tell us?
Well, Mark Caribe, right now, nearly 8 hours later, Tempe Police finally starting to clear out this scene near 48th Street and Vineyard. And that's because they say when it comes to a shooting involving one of their own, they want to make sure their investigation is thorough. Chaos in Tempe. A swarm of police officers flooding South Fair Lane. The quiet street, now a crime scene.
We received a call of a suspicious vehicle.
Police responding to that call, hearing the car might be linked to a burglary. But when they show up and start walking toward the two people inside the car, one of them jumps out with a gun in his hand.
That suspect then ran from our officer, and our officer began to give chase to the suspect.
Police say while running, the suspect turns around toward the officer, and that's when the officer feels threatened and decides to shoot.
Tempe Fire Medical Rescue also responded to the scene and transported the suspect to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
This, the fourth officer-involved shooting of the new year. The first on January 7th in Fountain Hills, involving a suspect charging at MCSO deputies with a knife. That followed by Phoenix SWAT officers killing a suspect on the 11th, saying he raised his weapon when cops confronted him. And another just this week with Peoria police opening fire on a 17-year-old robbery suspect.
When you have an officer-involved shooting, obviously that's a sensitive subject, and we want to make sure that we get it right.
No officers in Tempe injured during the latest shooting, but one officer getting in a car crash at Rural Road and University, injured while on the way to the shooting scene to help. And Tempe PD is not yet identifying that dead suspect. All we know is that he's a young adult. We're live in Tempe tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News at 10.
All right, Bianca, thank you.